Oh, here we go. Drifter? No.
You are supposed to protect the people.
Yo!
Rule them. The time of guardians as shepherds of humanity is over.
Yo! Forever. Huh?
No. I've been waiting so long for this.
Yo! What did he say? I don't even know. But
You've shown me a vision I can't shake. New Cabal,
Huh.
the Barrent Imperium, sprung up out of nowhere across the system. That
I gotta
doesn't
turn
just
this up.
happen. It's the Nine, and I'm putting together a crew to prove it. What
we
do
got
you
Ido
say,
in here as well.
Welcome to the new Mars. At the
Yeah.
end of the armed forces is the gun on your hip and the light in your hands. You'll do well here.
Sick.
I don't relish doing business
Ooh,
with these leeches.
coin. I don't know what that
We
does.
need to find out what the Dredgen are after.
Oh, brother.
You crave justice. Why die for a criminal?
Why do you hate your own kind so much?
Oh.
Time to take the fight to the Imperium.
Okay. Why did he not have to reload between each shot of that crossbow? Titan being able to fly is crazy, dude. Oh. Ooh. I'm gonna have to do a breakdown of this whole thing, bro, later.
Finish it.
Whoa!
The Imperium is yours to lead. You will fall. The next time we meet.
Only one play left.
Does Drifter turn? There's no way. There's no way. Bro, take me with you.
All right. Hey everybody,
Ooh.
welcome to Bungie, or
What's
our
the
canteen
backdrop?
today. We have converted our stream room
That
in
is
celebration
sick.
of our upcoming release. Without
Cool.
further ado, let's watch
Give me the
review of
Vidoc, baby.
Vidoc 2, Making of a Renegade. Take it away.
Let's go. Cook.
This is Destiny with the Star Wars lens, like this really cool combination that hasn't been done before.
I can't wait to take a Praxic Blade to Mars.
Ooh.
Don't be a ridiculous fan. Just stay cool.
Show me something about the
Get swatted
lightsaber.
up and play-
Please. Yo. And he just flies. That's crazy, bro.
This is why we got into games in the first place.
Fastest outpost. Bro, it looks way bigger.
Early on, we developed this North Star.
Way bigger than I thought it would be.
Unmistakably Star Wars. It has to be something that feels like a Destiny story. It can't feel like a one-off. This can't feel like a side quest, right? Like this has to be a continuation of the Fate saga.
Whoa.
I got this vision.
Huh?
I knew it came from the Nine.
But with Star Wars beats.
Did Eris have
And Star
consent
Wars
to do that to Lodi? Like, huh?
This was uncharted territory for Lucasfilm Games, and that this is the first time.
Oh, they have a
we're telling
Lucasfilm
story
guy.
inspired by Star Wars within a different universe.
At the heart of I think every Guardian's identity is like this healthy, independent, rebellious streak.
We were excited to actually explore that scoundrel fantasy, bounty hunters, the syndicates going out and doing
Yes.
jobs with a ragtag team. We took inspiration from Star Wars to ensure the scale.
Oh, was
visual
that the-
language,
was that the
soundtrack,
ghost
and
ship
cinematic
from Rebels?
storytelling in Renegades
Oh
delivered
my
on
God.
everything fans
Give me the red
have come
lightsaber,
to
bro.
expect from the franchise.
The Praxic
Yo.
collaboration stands out to me
because lightsabers are so iconic, it was absolutely critical to get that balance right.
The team at Lucasfilm Games was just so solutions
Give me it.
focused. It wasn't
Give me
"No, it has to be
it."
this way. It was a lot of back and forth and asking questions about how would this
Okay,
work?
there's no
Let's
way it
talk about
one-shots
it,
that thing.
right?
That
So
was
we need a
that
different
was
energy
for
source.
trailer
Okay.
purposes.
What would that look like?
It was all about like what is best for the player.
When
Please
we
tell me I
announced
can
this
get it day
collaboration
one.
in the studio, James
Please.
may or may not have been wearing a fighter pilot helmet.
Yeah. Destiny and Star Wars share that same
I'm
beating
so not
heart.
used to him having
It's
a
like,
beard
this
or
is gonna
like
be
being
special.
grey even. Bro got aged up. Oh, we don't get to play the card game, do we? Nope, we're just standing there watching.
We were given such a unique challenge. How can we achieve the aesthetic and the feel of Star Wars without losing the narrative threads that we've created so far for Destiny at the same time?
It wasn't until we found our footing with creating a foundation in Destiny that things started to click together.
I remember the first time that we went down to San Francisco. We had this really big meeting where it was the Destiny narrative folks on one side,
You have
and the Star
Yoda
Wars
on a
narrative folks on the other
fountain.
side.
That's
We
cool.
broke the ice by just asking, what's the bad version of this? We had a really good laugh over what that looked like. And through that, we kind of uncovered that this should be the aesthetic, the vibe of Star Wars with the truth to Destiny's narrative that we knew needed to be there too.
Sick. It's good that they're talking about how they're balancing it, because that's been a lot of people's main worry.
We begin 2 months after the Edge of Fate has happened. The
2
world has
months.
moved and changed, and we're still
Okay.
trying to figure out what Binding the Nine means.
The
Yeah.
Vanguard have redacted the prophecy of extinction.
They don't want the public to panic over this prophecy.
The crux of our story is the Drifter asking us to help him break Vanguard law for good reason to confront a new rising faction of Cabal called the
Sure.
Barren Imperium.
I'd break
It's what
the law with the
drives
Drifter,
Eris
no problem.
To help the Drifter out as well as the player guardian.
Whoa.
When we were thinking about what kinds of characters should be in this release, we thought about the kinds of archetypes we see throughout Star Wars.
Yeah, and Drifter is an easy parallel. He and Han Solo share a
Yep.
cocky attitude, both former criminals.
100%.
In Star Wars, there's a plethora of sassy droids. We have our own version of that through Ghosts, and Blue is no exception.
Blue?
Thanks for nothing.
Blue is a Drifter's ghost.
Oh,
I
we get
think
to
as
meet a
soon as
ghost!
people hear her, they'll be delighted and incredibly surprised.
Our voice cast is stacked.
So
Dredgen
cool.
Bale is portrayed by Alex Lee, who is amazing.
What?
We're supposed to protect the people.
Bro, he looks so cool when Alex Lee's
We
a
also
goat.
got Hollywood actual royalty Danny Houston to play
Ah!
Bloom, the head of the Barren Imperium.
That's insane, actually.
Being able to
What
work
the
with someone from
fuck?
that kind of IMDb page
Holy
was such an honor,
shit.
and I was completely normal the whole time.
Surrender to the Barren Imperium.
Loom became this sweeping militaristic figure that I think is going to be a really good parallel to Grand Moff Tarkin or other evil military leaders from the Empire.
Bro!
So even though we're introducing new characters, we're still looking backwards at some of Destiny lore's most long-standing characters. Honor is another example of that.
Okay.
She's our Praxic warlock.
She's loosely meant to be a parallel to something like a Jedi in Star Wars. She was part of a Vanguard internal affairs group that would police Guardians on the usage of darkness.
Don't make me regret abandoning my post to help you.
Not now, Honor.
Yeah, she has to grow up with the times a little bit, because the world has changed and a whole lot of people are using darkness now, and she gets to grow and kind of ask herself, like, am I still adhering to my own values if I allow myself to be open to these kinds of ideas?
The Drifter belongs with us.
The Drifter left your cult long ago.
And then there's Bale,
Ooh.
Dredgen Bale.
Dredgen is a dark guardian that represents absolute
Bro.
darkness.
Dredgen Bale doesn't
Please
like
give me
the
those
fact
robes.
that we're ruled by a city of immortals who can't step down and that weren't elected. He's got kind of a point,
True.
but his methods for addressing that point suck. He makes many bad choices.
Bro, he looks so
One of my
sick.
favorite parts about a lot of villains in Star Wars is that they have just like the capability of making a right choice and then consistently do not make good choices.
Bale is trying to fill a hole in his life in all the wrong ways.
And he just can't, and he never will. But man, we're gonna hope that he does someday.
The time of guardians as shepherds of humanity is over.
Sick. Talk about the lightsabers?
This has been an
Please?
opportunity where you love Destiny, you love Star Wars, you want to do something with both, what are you going to put into it?
Oh my god, it was such a challenge at first, finding that sweet spot of how do we make something
Bro,
that
this hub
can
looks
live in
massive.
both worlds and not feel out of place in either, but also feel totally new and
What
exciting.
is that?
It wasn't always about where do we find the exact middle ground, 50-50 Star Wars.
Okay,
and
I'm
Destiny,
not gonna
because at
say that it's a
point,
red
you're
subclass whenever I
feeling
see the
almost a
color
little
red, but it's
derivative.
looking like some
There
kind
was
of
those moments along the
paracausal
way when
stuff,
you're
you know?
like, this is just Star Wars.
It's not a
This
red
is not
subclass, there's no way they do
purpose
that with
of
this
the
expansion.
collaboration. We want to have something kind of new that makes you think of both. I
God,
remember
this
when we were
looks so
trying to
good.
figure out what we're going to do with our new Cabal.
We started in that place where it's just Cabal wearing a stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until we injected more of that weird alien design of a lot of these armor sets. That was kind of what switched it over from this is too derivative to this is really working. I think it comes through in the visuals in every single map. There are little Easter eggs and little treats here and there that we hit around, and Lucasfilm Games has been awesome at collaborating with us and even putting some of their input onto our maps so we can really give the players something exciting.
The switch flipped in my head like, oh, we would never have done this without this collaboration was the Syndicates.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going places with the
Factions?
Vex and the Elixni and the Cabal that we really weren't going to go before.
Oh yeah, and trench coats.
And trench coats, yeah. We have Vex and trench coats that are playing cards. It's so awesome, and I
Let
don't
me
think
play
we would've
cards
dared
with
to
them,
do that if We
please.
didn't have this opportunity.
No, and it was the perfect time in our universe to do it too. The Star Wars fans on the team just start coming out, telling their stories about what they're excited to build, and far be it from me to get in the way.
We make a lot of weapons in Destiny. How do you take a weapon in Destiny, which we have
Whoa.
literal like 4 digits of guns, and
Understatement.
right, and make something that feels new but also does justice for Star Wars? And Blaster was really obviously the choice. They're roughly in 2 groups. There's dynamic blasters, which are intended to be harder hitting, firing a ton.
That sounds so
Brute
good.
force. And then we have a number of balance blasters. As you're shooting, and the heat is building up, you're going to have a venting opportunity where you can hit a perfect vent.
So it's like third
functionally a
iteration, but
reload
like its own
situation
weapon
to get
type.
Much faster.
Sweet.
Ooh.
I gotta ask though, what about those Cabal blasters? Are they accurate?
What difficulty you playing on?
That's actually so sick.
We have swords in Destiny, but we don't have
Lightsaber!
a Praxic sword. We don't have
Yes!
a lightsaber approximate.
Tell me about it.
It's an exotic primary weapon that's kinetic. We
Oh.
deflect a bunch of blasts.
God, the
Kill
animations look
enemies
so
with it
cool.
and throw it out and get a ton of damage.
Okay. Oh. Bro.
Having the sandbox be
Oh.
able to explore this new like ability ecosystem with renegade abilities. We've taken so much of this opportunity and turned it into what we can like grow.
Every corner of the game, from the art, the design, the audio, the music, the UI,
Whoa.
the rewards, completely infused with the magic of the collaboration. It's really been a real treat to be a part of.
Yeah, super satisfying.
Oh my god, the music, bro. They're gonna go crazy with it. They're gonna go crazy.
Good morning, everybody. Didn't mean to wake you up with that beat, sorry.
Bro.
The overarching theme for this was to create a score for this release that felt like it was cohesive as a whole. We're all talking to each other
Rubber.
and collaborating with each other. We were able to explore different ways of
Oh my
orchestrating,
days.
different ways of writing with the orchestra that
It's like a
expand on the
perfect
Destiny
blend
palette
almost between the two. Like Star Wars and Destiny.
and make it fresh and new. When I look at the Star Wars scores, there were certain elements that naturally fit string flourishes or wood flourishes that would play into a certain moment. When it's like, oh, I know I want something to feel more Williams, so I'll push it. Not this Williams, the John Williams. I'll push it more in that world.
Another thing too is the amount of percussion. I had some ideas that felt more full-on Star Wars, and once you like flesh out the percussion arrangement, it instantly sounds more Destiny as a result.
For me, a lot of it was about framing, where when I use a lot of the Destiny themes, how I set them up and how I'm transitioning in and out of moments are much more Star Warsy in terms of the harmony and orchestration.
I think the most exciting part about this was the opportunity to work with these guys and Mike.
Mike
definitely
Salvatore.
made it a point to kind of bring us together.
Interesting to
and
see him
listen
back.
to each other's music.
But Brendan, you wrote something with the most beautiful oboe solo in it, and it drives me nuts that I didn't think of it
I
first.
think it's Mike Salvatore. Might have butchered that name
No one
completely.
wanted to follow Brendan is what it came down to. Brendan's cues just sound amazing from the start.
I remember, Nolan, your first high action cue.
Oh my days.
Everyone was like, whoa. Because it's really fast, really intense. Josh kept on like spinning around and looking at you.
Humans have to play this. Jeez.
Destiny has like so many themes, and that's like a great vehicle for doing the Star Wars spin.
Our first meeting was discussing that main theme, and I remember hearing it for the first time.
Oh, it sounds so good.
And everybody kind of perked up when we all heard it. We're all having ideas that were just a little bit different from one another. It was all sort of impacted what the final version of the theme was.
Dredge and Bale. That kind of teed off the main theme, and the fact that we were exploring the idea of this kind of anti-Guardian character set in this
Bro,
story
he's so
of
like
scoundrels.
cool
We
looking.
wanted something that would
Like,
be a backbone to tell.
I really
a
hope we
longer
don't kill him
story.
this expansion.
It has a layer
I want
of
him to be
ominous
like
to
a
it. It has a layer of
consistent
mystery to
threat.
it, but it can be turned other ways.
I felt a sense of menace.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to get to experience it with players.
Just really hope that, personally, I've written something that they can really connect with and love, and if I can cause a couple of goosebumps in there, I'll take that as a bonus too.
I hope players get taken on a journey that inspires them and
Brr.
makes them feel like this world is really unique and really special.
My favorite feeling as a creator is getting to watch someone's look of like absolute surprise.
I want players to feel
Give me it.
hope, that exciting,
Give me it.
boundless potential that Destiny has, and world of possibility that Star Wars unlocked.
Oh, hey.
I've been waiting so long for this.
Same, bro. Same. Oh. Okay. That's the Vidoc. Now show me the gameplay.
So what we're seeing on screen right now, we're launching into our Lawless Frontier activity. Tom, I would love to put
Oh,
the
it's like a full-on-
spotlight on you. Let's give a quick description. What is the Lawless Frontier?
Bro, that's like the
So the
like
Lawless Frontier
actually
is our core
the
game mode of
Star Wars
Renegades. You're going to play through some of the campaign,
thing.
but it's really what comprises our end game. And the idea is that you're a renegade, you're taking on these shady jobs like bounty hunting, smuggling, and sabotage from our syndicates. And you're doing so to increase your notoriety, your power, and your riches, you know, and of course to get some sweet loot.
Yeah. And when
Just
you
stick
talk
to the
about
gameplay. What are you
bounty hunting,
doing?
Sabotaging, that kind of stuff. Those are different
Keep us
types
here.
of this activity, right?
Yeah,
New Arc
their
Scout?
bounty hunting is all about taking out a key syndicate boss.
Yes.
Sabotage is about blowing
The
heck out of
movement
everything
with the
your renegade
rift
abilities,
placement.
You know, dropping airstrikes on Cabal vehicles, and smuggling is about grabbing everything that isn't
tied down. Yeah. In true
Is he just
fashion, when you're
regenning?
going into
How is he
a dangerous
regenning
spot,
ammo
you
with
gotta
that
just grab
thing?
whatever you can find.
New
right?
arc machine
So
gun?
today we're going to be focusing on a bounty hunt, and I believe you said this is kind of like a quintessential Destiny vibe of an activity, right?
Yeah, it's probably the closest to a traditional Destiny activity, but you're gonna start in the ready room.
You can
which
see
is
the
kind
heat
of a unique
building up
experience,
as
and
the
you're gonna be able
percentage
to
goes
get your
up.
renegade
Okay.
abilities in there from your little shade body that's in there. You'll hop aboard.
Give me the
hawk,
lightsaber,
and you'll
bro.
drop down to the destination. You can see we're already.
It seems to
in,
do
on
decent
one of the
damage for a
Mars
sword.
maps that we have. There are all these jobs taking
Wait.
place across Mars, Venus.
Okay,
and
they cut
Europa.
between
There's
somebody
2
else because he had the
maps on
crossbow,
each
and I thought,
destination.
yeah.
This is Hellas Fortitude, and right now we're doing a bounty hunt, and we're working to draw out the intel officers to track down where our target is. After this, there'll be resurgence of the security forces of that target. They'll have us,
Oh, there's the
classic
submunitions for
boss
that
fight, but with,
change that they
a
made.
bunch of wrinkles thrown in for gameplay here of things, hazards that are at
New
play,
solar
your
auto?
abilities, maybe an invader, which we'll talk about later, and then you'll exfil.
What are those icons on his abilities?
Get some loot and take that back to our social space, Tharsis Junction, where you'll be able to spend your
Oh,
currencies
those
to
are Renegades
buy
abilities. I
some
thought they said they wouldn't override
or maybe some of the
normal
cosmetics and
abilities. Though.
customizations for the Praxis League we're going to talk about later.
Awesome. Yeah, and I mean, so as we're going through this, we're going to be seeing a lot.
I mean, I guess it didn't really
of abilities
override
that
it. It
players
just
know
kind of
level
like
on screen,
replaced
but we
it
have
for a
new
short
abilities,
second.
renegade abilities that are going to be for this activity. And Eric, you're going to be our person of knowledge here.
Yeah.
Is this at the
what do we
highest
got on
quality it
screen?
can be?
Yeah, so Renegade Abilities is a new ability system we
Yeah,
have
it's just a bit
in
blurry. Okay.
Renegades. What you do is we have a brand new button for you to press. That's going to be
Oh, that's the
on
dungeon machine
controller,
gun.
on the keyboard.
So it is a machine gun. It's not an auto
and
rifle.
That's going to kind
Okay.
of switch you into a different mode that gives you new abilities for your grenade and your melee.
Okay.
That sends out one of these tokens. We have here on the screen, you can see we have one called Revitalize.
So it's
that
not going to fully
heals
replace
you
your abilities.
and,
It just like you
provides
do
you
the
with
thing and then it
ability
kind of
energy.
does
And
for
then
like a
we
short
have the
time until
other
you
one,
use it.
which is the Deflector Shield, which is this zone I can sit inside and shoot out of, and it blocks all the incoming damage. It's also going to, for my allies who are inside the shield, it will amplify them and then jolt any enemies who pass through it. And all of these have 7 levels of
Oh, the heat just gradually decreases for the weapons.
certain functionality and certain strength, and as you upgrade them, they're going to get better and better. And they
Also,
really change
anti-barrier for the lightsaber?
the gameplay, right? Like they're kind of these pocket supers almost that as a hunter, I'm able to be like, I'm going to build support, right? I'm going to choose these 2 support renegade abilities and make sure my team has what they need to survive this tough environment. You can also see in this mode we have non-regenerating health. So things like that Revitalize renegade ability are really going to come in handy to be like,
So it's
need
like,
to take a break and heal. Let's pop over here to some safety.
It's like episode 3 Heresy with the
anyone can
Dreadnought
build into that
activity.
if that's what they want. You know, we have things like vehicles that you can pull in or you can call down from your ship. So that's one thing. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah, well, before we get to the ship, actually, let's talk a little bit more about the health mechanics in here. Because we had this in some previous activities like Nether, and we got a ton of great feedback on like how much you get back, how you get it back, and I've seen already in this activity, as you're going through, there's some pots, there's some ways that you can get it. There are the Renegades abilities, but Tom, if you want to talk a little bit more about it.
We took Nether as a base, but I'd say this is a little bit more forgiving.
Nice.
The way that health works is
Good.
that you've got a large pool of health. It does not regenerate at the top level, but if you get down to 0, it will regenerate to the base shield, so you're not some of the red flashing screen.
Cool.
And
Good.
you
Good.
can either use a normal sandbox like a rift, a healing, a support weapon. You can crack open these pots that have those little healing orbs you can see on the screen to get some of your health back. Or you can use things like Revitalize and like build your renegade abilities into kind of dealing with those kind of challenges we're putting in front of you. And one thing that I really like about this mode is like we've got expert, master, grandmaster, and
Yeah, these maps are pretty
you're really
big.
gonna need to use all these abilities to kind of like coordinate with your teammates and kind of build a loadout to kind of conquer the challenges we put in front of you.
Awesome. Yeah, so going back to, you had mentioned the ship when we're using our Renegade abilities. And I think earlier, outside of the Vex Dome, there was kind of like an airstrike that happened too, right?
Yeah, we have a strafing run that you can upgrade, and your ship, so the one that you have customized and put your shader on, will fly through the arena and drop bombs in sequence, right?
Cool.
And as I upgrade this, it gets more and more devastating until it like is, beyond any of the supers we have in the game. It's incredible. There's another one that is the Cabal drop pod, and what that does is, if you're familiar with the Cabal drop pod, it is this.
I'm trying to see if the
giant
sword
metal
has
ball
like its
that
own
slams into the
animations.
ground,
I think it does.
In this case,
but
it's
there are a
almost like
couple that
supply
are
drop
like
because
similar
it's
to
full
other
of
swords.
ammo, and it's also going to squish anything under it, and it does incredible damage. Not only that, but it will damage you and your teammates. So you got to be really careful.
It will delete them.
Yeah, just delete them. You got to be careful where you drop this.
Offensive.
Bro, the ding,
Yeah,
oh,
it can be the
so
ball
good.
Now. You can turn it.
I wonder if that's the dungeon weapon that I spotted in the trailer.
You kind of sitting quiet over there. I'd love to talk about the blasters that our players have been using. So in the Vidoc, we were talking about
I
the
think it might
balance
be.
blaster and the dynamic blaster. Can you break down each, just a quick review of each, and then we can.
Oh,
get
the
into some of real
sound,
mechanics?
bro.
Yeah, sure. So yeah,
It sounds so good.
Two sets of blasters, or two different kinds of blasters. The dynamics are like more aggressive, harder hitting, faster rate of fire. They can like generally punch above their weight class, but they're like a little bit harder to manage heat on. The balance blasters is more like a rain of bullets. Like I'm just gonna unload on a big pack of stuff and like really have like a deep mag.
Cool. And what you can see on screen right here, these are going to be all the blasters that you
Bro,
can
Bungie
use
really
for
needs to
running our,
increase their bitrate.
Lawless Frontier activity, and then
Not
we'll
gonna
actually
lie.
have a slate of blasters that you can earn through the dungeon, which we'll talk a little bit about later.
Oh,
But yeah, when it came
they're
to
gonna
really
talk about the
balancing
dungeon.
blasters and bringing them
Okay.
into Destiny as a new kind of weapon
Okay.
type, I would love to hear what were the challenges, what was some of the fun in developing those things with the team.
Absolutely, yeah. So like one of the things that was in the Vidoc was kind
Bro,
of
that
finding
machine
the
gun
balance of,
melts.
like how much Star Wars versus how much Destiny we wanted on these things,
Oh.
and it was a collaborative effort with basically everybody on the team. These were
so he was able to throw his lightsaber,
Merkel's
but also
project
swap
for most
weapons.
of this release,
That's
but
dope.
it was like a big effort on design, test, animation,
Credit loot
audio
box.
to really sell
Okay.
the experience of using these and to make
Oh,
them
there's the flight.
feel the part for like what people would expect from both the Destiny gun and the Star Wars blaster.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, since we're on the topic of loot and gear, our Guardian right now is using the new Praxic Blade and also getting smashed by a Cabal drop pod. But I'd love to hear about the customization that y'all developed for this, and this can be Tom and Bjorn talk to it. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, so you're going to get the Praxic Blade by collaborating with Honor throughout the campaign. She's going to like deem you worthy of earning it. You'll go on a cool little quest that I don't want to spoil to earn one for yourself. And
So
then,
it's not a dungeon thing.
post-campaign, You're going to unlock the ability to customize it. You're going to be able to like change up the dark matter
Yes.
crystals and change the color of the blade to match your personality or your.
Okay, so
and you're gonna be
confirmed
able
that
to
it's post-campaign
change a bunch
stuff.
of different mods and
Lovely.
gameplay elements, right?
Yeah,
Love
so
that.
there's a whole bunch of different things you can kind of swap to fit your playstyle on this, where we have forms, cores, mods, and 4 different catalysts on it. And the forms kind of change like how you can get ammo back and give you some damage bonuses based off of different gameplay styles. And the cores let you apply subclass verbs to a different part of what the weapon does, depending on something that matches your subclass. So like you can add sever to like the saber throw, or something else.
Scorch.
Like weaken or
Jolt. What
jolting.
like?
Yeah, it creates
Yo-
these really cool combos where I am
That's gonna be
I'm
insane.
throwing to debuff
That's
an
gonna be
enemy,
crazy.
Getting it back and striking again.
Yeah, and during a couple
gonna
of
be so
our
sick.
trial runs with this, you were talking about there are some animations and different combos in your melee structure, right?
Yeah. So there's like a 3 or 4 hit combo you can do where you will end it with like a big spinny move that's like very thematic.
Bro, the movement on that rift is insane.
The little hidden combo there.
Awesome.
I did want to call out, we also saw the Renegade ability, the turret that we have. It is called the Piker Mortar, and it is like the strongest turret we've ever built. Like it is, it has crazy range, crazy damage, and is a really nice, I'm going to throw this thing out to manage this part of the map. Yeah, while I deal with other stuff.
Perfect. Yeah, and, so as we're coming to the end of this activity, I'd love to just know kind of some of the narrative dressing. So as you're going into the Lawless Frontier, it's our activity, but also kind of like the feel of this experience. And there's a turf war going on. I know Robbie in a previous stream we were talking about the turf war a bit, but Tom, if you could expand on that and how that sets up this activity.
Sure. So in the end game, the syndicates are in this kind of ongoing turf war across Mars, Venus, and Europa, and you can kind of take advantage of that.
I hope we see the
by,
syndicates in this dev stream.
taking on their contracts that they offer and kind of winning out the day for them. But in doing so, you can extract maximum power, profits, rewards from them, and you can take anything you earn through engaging in these jobs and completing these priority contracts they offer. You can go back to the social space. You can they each have their own reward track, like the Pikers, the Tharsis Reformation.
Sick.
They offer weapons to unlock, new abilities, upgrades for those abilities.
Cosmetics?
Some elements or mods for the Praxic Blade.
Oh!
A bunch of other,
You need Praxic Blade
so you
mods.
can kind of like rep
Sick!
Your favorite syndicate on your armor.
Oh, that's so dope.
It's definitely one of with the Lawless Frontier, it's one of the most cohesive and deepest modes we've ever built. Like everything from this mode ties into the holo map, into the different mini game modes within it, into the social space. So like it's going to be exciting to see players kind of peel back all the layers and maybe get into some the darker corners like Invasion.
Yeah, and I mean, so we've progressed. We've defeated.
Bro, Syndicate's maybe way more advanced than I think they're going to be.
And this
Crazy.
portion of the activity is kind of emblematic of we're in a lawless frontier that's dangerous. Even after you've finished your objective, now it looks like you got to fight your way out.
Yeah. So every
Got to almost
job in the Lawless Frontier, in this
extract.
case, bounty hunt.
Wink, wink,
like,
nod,
it
nod.
escalates over time. So it gets
Play our
harder
new
the
game,
longer you're
smile.
there. So there's real pressure to get in, do your objective, and get out. Just so like right now we're in the exfil. This is the final moments of the activity. You send up a flare, you call your ship in. The Cabal are pouring down on you here. You're throwing out your renegade abilities, and you're just trying to survive until
Bro, there's a lot of enemies.
your ship gets there. In this case,
Like a
each
lot of
the
enemies.
3 jobs, bounty hunt, smuggle, and sabotage, have their own unique mechanic. So for bounty hunt, you have to take out these 3 mini bosses, which we call retaliators here.
Yeah, so as our fire team is fighting their way out, we actually do have a preview of a fun exotic that's coming with the reward pass in Destiny 2 Renegades. I believe we have a preview that we can share. But Bjorndal, if you could give a quick overview of our
Or is it not the crossbow?
exotic machine gun.
Yeah, so this is the Service of Zaka.
Whoa!
It's a very unique machine gun.
Okay.
It's like a necromancer, broodweaver theme where you turn your enemies into these little nests of threadlings that you can like shoot and then spawn more and like build it up to.
That's actually
control,
sick.
like a space.
Yeah, and
What?
Threadlings just got a buff, correct?
Threadlings did get a buff. They're smarter than they were before.
Yeah, and sorry, so to segue more appropriately, over the last few weeks we've been doing a series of blog articles with y'all on the Sandbox team talking about the core game updates coming to Destiny 2.
I for
available to all
sure
players.
thought
So
that
we have a
the-
lot of quality of life changes that are
So
coming.
where's
to
the crossbow
your
come from?
supers,
It's
your
not the season
subclass
pass.
abilities, all that kind of stuff that we just previewed yesterday. One of which
There's no
one
way
of
that's the
focus was around
dungeon
Threadlings,
exotic.
your strand abilities.
And they
Yeah,
spoiled
if you
it.
want to cover that really quick.
Yeah, so you can see here the Warlock is moving while rifting, which is a huge kind of quality of life upgrade that allows you to dodge attacks, get into cover, close the gap while you're casting your ability. Works really well with the new Warlock exotic as well. So there are, if you haven't seen that article we put out yesterday, please check it out. There's a lot of great buffs. We've shown hunters a lot of love. We love our hunters. We want them to feel powerful.
Yeah, you kind of forgot about Titans
there.
there.
Article. Hunters were like, sure. Wait, I want to see more. Which in the future we will definitely have more. But in
I
the
would
abilities
love to talk
preview
about the future, but we can't. But because there's a lot of exciting hunter stuff that we are working on.
So with the
Okay.
abilities updates for hunters, Golden Gun got a pass.
Yeah, so Golden Gun got a pass.
Shadow
does more
and
damage
Order,
and
maybe?
scorches on impact. We fixed an issue where you had to step
Little
outside of your well
tease
to get
there.
full damage. Now you can stay in the well. Outside of that, we saw in the gameplay gunpowder gamble. If you throw it and you shoot it before it explodes naturally, it does more damage, more radius, and also spits out little kind of seeker
We're in a
projectiles.
spaceship?
Yeah,
Like a
as we're
bigger
getting-
spaceship?
we need to cover the Titan changes for
Sentinel.
Sorry,
Sentinel.
Yeah, the bit.
Yeah, Sentinel Shield. We're excited about this one. So Sentinel Shield is getting a shift a little bit.
A bit of a rework, right?
Yeah, a bit of a rework. The
No
usage
tier
rates
fives?
weren't
Slacking.
great, and we want to provide something that
Dark
is
matter ingot.
kind of on par with Well, as far as like what am I going to take into a raid to support my team.
Okay.
So in
The changes in the article were
your
not
Sentinel Shield, as you're
comparable
putting
to
it up,
Well.
your allies behind your
Let's
shields
just be
are going
honest.
to auto reload, and there's just kind of rhythm to it.
They were okay.
So,
But the
if
Well is
you
still probably going to
can,
be way, way better.
fire at the right time, you can just like rocket, rocket, rocket. So it is like the actual like damage increase is big. Not only that, but as I guard my enemies and the shield takes damage, I'm charging this bar up that charges up my shield throw, and at full charge, that shield throw is going to do Thunder Crash level damage, which, you know,
Okay,
depending on
that,
how players use it, maybe you even
that
get
might
two
have
of those
been
out of
something to
super,
add to the
like,
article, perhaps.
It's strong. And that's
You might
what
want
we
to
want, right?
maybe
We
put that in the fine print.
To provide
You might want to add that to the fine print, my guy.
fantasy to players.
That was not.
You know, this era of Destiny is
okay.
like
Titans, you're looking a bit better now.
We want players.
You're looking a bit better.
Have a great time and feel overpowered.
Depending on how many of those shields you get, you might be on. You might be onto something.
I honestly can't wait. But yeah, so we finished our activity, our first run of the Lawless Frontier. Now we're going to go into another. And Tom, you had mentioned invasions earlier in the stream, and this is going to be our opportunity to show a little bit of that, flavor. We're going to look at some of the UI in the orbit screens and our new holo map, and then we're going to show what it is to be invaded, new optional activity type as well.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. So in
PvPvE,
like,
Gambit
you might be familiar
2.0.
with Gambit. This is kind of like a new take on that kind of familiar mechanic here in Renegades, and we want players that kind of take on the role of a bounty hunter working for the syndicates, tracking down
that splash screen
these
looks nice.
renegades that are messing up their operations, taking out their commanders, stealing their stuff.
Whoa!
And so you get to be kind of play on the other side here. You get to play on the opposition. So you're allied with all of the enemy combatants on the field. You can kind of wade in amongst them.
It's like a Star Wars holo
pick
projector.
and
That's
choose
sick.
the strategic moment where you want to kind of like lash out at these players and like steal their bounty.
Yeah.
And
So how do you launch into this?
so here's the holo map, just for everybody. This is kind of a standard interface for the Lawless Frontier. This is how you access the social space, all of our
So you've got
jobs,
3 different job
and then
types,
in the
and
endgame,
then the
we
different
unlock,
faction
the yellow
icons
node, which is
down bottom
invasion,
right as
and
well.
the red node, which is the contested territory. So we can take a look at the contested node here. This is where all like every day the syndicates are fighting over one of the maps on each of the planets, and you can kind of, as a defender, kind of throw in your pledge to the side you want to fight for. But these are also invadable nodes. So one thing I want to highlight is that invasion is opt-in. It's
Good.
It's not a requirement. So
Required
if
death
players don't wanna do
mark,
PvP,
14
they
out of
can do
1.
like an expert
You can
difficulty
wager
test, or they
more
can just
death
go to
marks
any of these other
from your
nodes on the
wallet.
map here
I
that
couldn't
are
get rid. I
available.
didn't
For the
read it
primary,
all.
The contested node on the highest difficulties, like that's where the highest rewards are. That's where the invasion is. Now, on the other side, if you're an invader, you don't need to worry about the nodes. You can just go to the invasion node.
When it will increase rewards upon success.
You
Okay.
have some death marks, which are a currency you earn by playing by just playing Lawless Frontier. You'll just accumulate them. And one interesting wrinkle here is you can actually wager those for additional rewards. So if we go to the little pane here on the side, there's these things. There's the death marks. You can interact with them two or 3 times to double and triple your rewards.
Oh,
which,
that's sick.
Obviously, you're taking on some risk here. If you go do an invasion and it doesn't go your way, you could lose those tokens. But I think a lot of players are going to want to do this because they can just get triple rewards on each invasion, which is really exciting. And on the other side, for people being invaded, if you take the invader down, you're going to get more time on the clock. You're going to get some revives back. And every time you kill an invader, they have the chance to drop extractables, which are rewards you can dunk at the end of the activity to get bonus armor, weapons. Yeah.
Cool.
Stellar. So let's get our invader launched in here. We'll go back to our gameplay team.
Yep.
But while we're loading in, let's talk about what is the actual kind of approach to invasions. What are the objectives aside from seeking out guardians and destroying them?
Yeah. So as an invader, you're gonna start in the ready room, which we're gonna show in a minute here. You're gonna pick your loadout, like what's the right renegade abilities to bring in, and we've seen in playtest there's like a lot of different fun combos here. Like, are you gonna bring in the deflector shield, and then like the other team's gonna drop one, and then you're fighting on the Venn diagram of the deflector shields, or are you gonna just be a little more brute force and drop a behemoth and like kind of like, but try to be sneaky about it, and that's pretty hard to be sneaky in a giant walker, but you want to really pick those moments as the invader, because your goal here is to get 6 kills or 3 kills and 3 crests. Like, you've got 6 points you need to get. You've got about 5 minutes to do it. You've got 3 lives. You've got just enough time to really kind of like.
You can
get in
throw
there,
it that
see where
far?
they are, kind of like rotate around.
Okay.
And then, do a surgical strike.
I was like, there's no way that thing's hitting, bro. You're too far. But nah, bro, just
lucky, you can
chucked
do that,
it.
But you've got a few chances. And on the other side, they're gonna know you're there. They're gonna see that there's an invader on the field, but they're also trying to juggle the objectives that are on their side. And
Bro, the damage on those things look pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Right. So it could happen.
Not
early
gonna
on,
lie.
It could happen later.
Yep.
But only happens once per.
Only
activity.
once.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Cool. And then one of the fun dynamics here too is playing the waiting game.
That has
You
to be
can
like an
install a
artifact
little bit
mod.
of
That thing
anxiety
swirling
into
around him.
waiting. So you don't have to hop in immediately and go guns blazing. You can wait until they're at a pivotal moment where they're like, "Where's this guy?
Yeah,
What's
wait
going to
until
happen?
they fight the boss.
It's been 3 minutes. Where are
Wait
they?"
until someone breaks off to go find a chest.
Yeah. Oh man. So in terms of balancing as well, are there any like extra abilities or things that invaders are going to have at their disposal, or is it just a match of the renegade abilities?
It's mostly renegade abilities, though. Invaders will have, some amount of super, no heavy, and when they come in, we do highlight the PvE, the defender players, just so like they have a little bit of an idea where to go, and they can use that knowledge to kind of plan their initial attack.
Cool. Yeah, and it's been a bit of a balancing act as you've been going through this in the different cycles. In Gambit, like we juice that invader because it's a 1v4. In this, because you have the chaos of the lawless frontier and all that kind of stuff. Like you want it to be tilted a little bit because it's 1v3, but also you want to make sure if players are opting into this, they still have a fighting chance.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, is he rocking a new helmet to suspend people with the rift?
Which is a larger health pool.
I think he is.
Tuned it so it's more or less the same TTKs or time to kills as you have in Crucible, but players don't regenerate health, so you kind of have to take that into account when
right.
you are,
Oh, here we go. There's the red lightsaber.
Kind of wear people down if they're not paying attention.
We have our invader in their ready room. Let's talk about their shank buddy here.
Yeah, here's our little shank buddy. You want to speak to any of these abilities there?
Yeah, so we have 9 renegade abilities here. Huge shout out to Cat Sayers and the rest of the tech design team for all their work on these.
Bro, it's 120,000 silver.
It looks like right now we got Nate picking the Imperium Behemoth and the Drop Pod, but yeah, there's a variety of ones to choose from. We got multiple. We have 3 different vehicles, and each of those vehicles have different upgrades with different functionality.
Yeah, and the Behemoth has like 3 or 4 versions of it too.
Yeah, there's like missiles and the audio and everything is just so good. Okay, so
Oh wait, so you have 4 revives.
It looks like
as an invader
moving toward our targets and preparing to throw that coin. So you can see there they clicked that right stick, and that is going to ready the ability. They then throw the ability and just drop the drop pod to get some heavy ammo. Yeah.
Cool.
So need some heavy ammo to go into battle.
And Tom, before we were hopping in here before the stream, we were talking about like the
Bro, these maps are actually
and
huge.
how as an invader, like the first few runs, you might feel maybe a little lost because there's a lot of space to cover. But as you get more acquainted with Europa or Venus or Mars, you can find better paths to get directly to the combat, right?
Yeah, these are some of our bigger maps we built. They're more comparable
Bit
to
much.
the larger public spaces that we built in Destiny. And again, there's 6 of them, and like there's any number of arenas these PvE players
I
can
wonder
be
if you
in.
can like yoink.
So our invader just wiped with the Thunder Crash and tried.
I wonder if you can yoink the person, like the walker if they spawn it.
For the
It doesn't look like you can.
Yeah, or the Imperium Behemoth as we call it, but then got needle stormed right before they could jump into it. That was incredible.
So that's one of those strategic moments of like, how do I put the chess pieces down? How do I?
Yeah.
So you're not like completely done and dusted when you die. You have like a couple revives, which is nice.
Before they could use it, so the timing was impeccable.
Oh man. Oh boy, what was I just talking about? The size of the maps. Yeah, in rewards, I wanted to ask really quick too. So as you're wagering, you add more and more. Is there like a cap? Is it double the amount of rewards, or do you have?
It goes up to triple. So each additional death mark you put down is will double or triple.
Oh, he's in it.
Jumping in.
How good is it?
A lot of damage.
And the more
I don't know if he's gonna do it.
Oh, we got annihilated.
Did I get him?
Oh my god.
Oh, we had so many conversations leading into this of like, hey, we need to make sure Nate hold back a little bit. And now I think one of our gameplay folks is just like, oh, Nate, you're mine.
Deleted.
Yeah.
No, going back to rewards, the better you do as an invader, the more rewards you're going to get. So each kill, each crest you put on the scoreboard equals more rewards.
Bro, that
and then
machine
those
gun
get
looks so
multiplied
good.
by your wager.
Cool. All right. So
Invader got defeated twice. The Invader has, you said, 3 lives?
3 lives, and then you can see up at the top of the screen it says Invader present still. So they're
Oh, he's coming back for revenge.
Oh no, poor guy.
with the 3 coin wager too.
Unfortunate.
He made a little bit there.
Good job.
So that's the. I'm gonna put a little elbow in the.
Oh,
in
even
the gambit you're taking.
even the Vex have the little jackets on, depending
gone
on
through some
faction you're
Renegades,
going up against. That's cool.
Content, rewards, all that kind of stuff. I would love to shift focus a little bit to our general rewards update. So in the portal, in a bunch of different activities, we're going to have some new weapons that we're offering. We also have an armor refresh for a bunch of our activities. And Bjorn, I'm going to put the spotlight on you. So starting with our Vanguard Ops sort of armor set, this is going to be earned through Solo Ops, Fire Team Ops, and our new Arena Ops activity, which is bringing back 6-player activities to our portal, which is really exciting.
Does it
it's
look
gonna be
good
kinda
though?
Like your militaristic, hey, I'm a grunt. I'm getting in there and fighting the dark forces. The weapons, Bjorndal.
The weapons look very D1 inspired, so I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's a new arc rocket frame pulse rifle. So
Oh!
you have an energy slot option now to go.
Oh, there it is.
A lot of excellent perks on here. I know a lot of people love the
Energy
arc
rocket
weapons,
pulse.
and now you'll have it on a rocket pulse.
And then we have a fusion rifle and a sidearm.
Yep.
Correct? Cool. And then we do have
Beauty.
some weapons that we're not showing in this stream, so stay tuned for launch. But next up, we're going to have our Pinnacle Ops. So in our previous season, it was a kind of street.
That's the same stuff.
And this summer
Ugh.
theme is
Kendo.
And then we have 2 returning weapons that I know players
Oh,
have
the
been
weapons.
pretty excited about seeing in the past.
Okay, the weapons I'm
Some
happy to
different
see them
combinations,
returned,
also
but the
a new
armor
heavy
looks
crossbow.
Yeah, so this is a new void
really
crossbow
bad compared to the last set we
kind of
got.
Fill out our elements for the crossbow now, and I think this one can get box breathing, which is new. Should be pretty good for what crossbows do.
Oh boy! So box breathing, aim down sight, get extra damage.
What was
and
that?
then run up
Duty
to the
bound and
enemy.
Horror's Lease?
Box breathing
The pulse and the auto
apply
returning?
to serrated edge, but you pull the bolt back out and do some more damage. That'll be a fun loot. Next up, Crucible. So this armor set is actually pretty fun. Over the years, we've done thematic sets tied to weapon foundries. So in the past, you've seen,
a Soros armor set!
Tex Mechanica, and now
Yo, I've wanted this for ages!
and Shax is going to be handing these out. We also have some weapons up to slate. Fusion rifle is a
Oh
returning
my
favorite.
god!
Yeah, Riptide's coming back. We
I actually have to play PvP.
Void
Fuck!
hand cannon and a high impact.
Shit!
Awesome.
Damn
And
it,
then,
man.
Let's see. Last but not least, Trials of Osiris. So another offering.
Oh, the
for our
set that got
PvP
leaked.
Audience. A few eagle-eyed players may have seen this armor set yesterday. A little sneak preview, totally planned. But yeah, we have a new armor set for each class, and as you
Damn
can
it,
see,
I have to
coming
play
back with the glows,
PvP
so
for
as
the
you get more
Soros
wins on your
armor.
card, you can unlock gold
Oh,
or red or
fuck.
blue.
Okay,
and then we have some new
that's fine.
weapons that
It'll
are
probably
coming
take me
as
like a couple of games to
Yeah,
get it.
like this lightweight Void pulse rifle with your favorite model.
I admit, since the set came out on the moon, Eris, all the crufty bits on it, cleaning it up, having sorry, what frame type did you say?
Lightweight.
Lightweight. Chef's kiss.
Nice.
I cannot wait. And then I believe also we have a preview of a hand cannon. Now, one of our folks on the gameplay team over here was whispering in my ear day by day, night by night, that these rolls are going to be a bit juiced, right?
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
the
this is a pretty juiced hand cannon.
Trials
it's got perks
Fatebringer?
for both PvE, PvP. It's a strand 140. You can get stuff like Lone Wolf, Precision Instrument, or Slice Explosive Payload. So you have a lot of options to pick for both PvE and PvP.
Awesome. Yeah, and across all of our activity types, we're trying to
Okay.
sprinkle out some things that players will get excited about. Not just, oh, I'm going to go into PvE to get the PvE gun. Like, there are some PvP roles out there that you can get from your Fire Team Ops. There's some PvE roles that you can get from Trials. And that doesn't even cover what we have coming in the dungeon too. Before we do a little dungeon teaser, I do have a quick announcement as well as we're rolling through the list. We have an open access week that's coming on December 2nd. So for any folks out there that haven't played The Edge of Fate, that is actually going to be included in this open access week.
What?
So if your friends haven't played, if you haven't played, hop in,
You
check
just
out
get
the
the-
beginning of our new saga.
Okay.
And, earn some cool loot on the way.
Cool.
Available to all players for that week, and it also includes some previous content as well, campaign and other. So,
Very cool.
Let's see here. Dungeon. We want to talk about the dungeon.
Dungeon.
So,
Give me it.
Equilibrium.
Gimme,
This is going to
gimme.
be our new dungeon. The race begins on December 13th at 10 a.m. So that's the second Saturday. We've already announced the time, but if you haven't penned it in, if you haven't gotten your fire team together, get ready for contest mode. For those that don't know what contest mode is,
I'll be watching
on day one, right at
because
launch,
contest
this
is
is
not for
going to be
me.
a very
but-
difficult difficulty tuned for competition. So if you want to
Ooh.
go and try to be the world's first completion, this is your place to shine. And if you win world first, we have a cool trophy or some goodies for you. So contest mode is going to be available for the first 2 days, 48 hours of the dungeon availability. You can earn a really spicy emblem and some cool stuff as you go through that. And after world first has been declared, we will also have normal mode. So if you
That's for
wanna
me,
give a
baby.
pass on some of that harder difficulty content, you just want to dive in and see what's on offer.
Yes,
That'll be there
sir.
for you. Before we move on, we actually have a fun trailer to show. We can go ahead and roll it.
Dungeon trailer?
6.
Oh, it's the same dungeon trailer. Okay.
Everything you've shown me.
I can cut this because we've already seen it.
I've marshaled a new Imperium to snuff out the light.
Skip it. Already seen it.
Is yours. You know what comes next.
But maybe they talk about the dark saber. Oh, there it is. So maybe the crossbow does come from the dungeon. Gonna be interesting.
Welcome back. So watching that trailer, I just realized we actually missed something with Invasions. We were talking about the Praxic Blade and customization. There are different saber colors, correct?
Yeah, there's a wide variety of classic colors that I think players are going to have fun chasing down.
Tell me more.
Throughout the end game and maybe even Invasion.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, we showed it on the screen. Red, Invasions. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
you get the red one
okay,
for
moving right
invasion.
along,
Okay.
Ending out our show, we're going to be covering what is going on through the end of the year. So during the launch window, we'll have some really cool things coming around. Vanguard orders are coming in week 2. And then after that, we're going to have the Dawning returning. So this is our winter celebration, our event, inviting Guardians
the
to
armor
hop
look
in,
cool?
play some activities, get some fun rewards, and bake cookies for their favorite vendors in our tower.
Okay.
So Tom, just a really brief description for folks that may not know what the Dawning is.
Yeah, so the Dawning, you slay our enemies. You
That
collect
armor
them as
looks
ingredients, and then you bake
Is
them
it like
into
a
delicious treats you feed to your
Aurora
friends in the tower in
Borealis
Zavala.
type of
He's
thing
just
going
got
for it?
thousands of Galardoodles
That looks
raining
sick.
upon him, and he gives you a gift in return.
Is that a new rocket sidearm and a new grenade launcher? Maybe?
weapon roll,
Or just a new sidearm?
or you might be maybe get some bright dust from some other pursuits and get this totally cool winter.
Oh no, furry gear. No.
I mean, I feel like
Oh,
drifters outside.
no, it's just a cool looking wolf, bro. Don't call it furry gear.
It's
Fuck.
totally a drifter thing.
Right. The Winter
Damn
Wolf
it.
set. This is going to be
Winter
available
Wolf.
for Bright Dust just by playing the game, or if you want to snag it from Eververse for silver, go right on ahead. But also on top of this cosmetic, we have new weapons that are going to be a part of the Dawning.
Yeah, so we
Tell
have
me about
a
'em.
burst linear fusion rifle, a breach grenade launcher, and a precision sidearm.
Oh,
And
not a
then
rocket
also with
sidearm.
this
Bleh.
excellent new holofoil treatment.
So
It's
what,
like,
returning linear
covered
fusion
in
and
ice,
then the other
as
two are
you
new?
fire, it'll slowly melt away the ice. That's cool.
Oh.
All right. Oh, and sorry, I have one correction being whispered in my ear. Dungeon race starts at 9 a.m. Daylight savings time strikes again.
Gets us every time.
Every time. Oof. All right. So with that Dawning preview over, we are at the end of our show. Thank you so much to
And that's
everybody for
it.
joining us today. As I
Pretty
said
good.
earlier,